They're great. I mean, they, you know, I'm a 45-year-old woman. Like, I don't know, what do my parents think about it? It's kind of a silly question. I mean, not to disrespect the question, because I know it's a conversation that happens a lot. I mean, more of the question was at 21 when I started stripping in strip clubs, what did my parents think about that? No, my parents love it.
Yeah, they love it?
They love it. And they, you know, my parents know who I am. And they're like, it's not a surprise.
Right.
Like, duh.
Well, I was born on a ranch somewhere in Nevada with a lot of mommies. So they all kind of did stuff that I think was like burlesque. I don't know, they had a lot of interviews with guys to be my daddies.
Okay, they were an artistic bunch.
Yes,
yes. An artistic
bunch. You know, they were encouraging in their own way.
Well, they don't like it. They hate it a lot. But, I mean, I like being honest. And I like being gentle.
There you go.
So I very gently told them, so this one knew now.
My dad was like, I don't want to know anything about this. You know, we'll talk about it later. And my mom, her response was the best. It was like, my daughter's a whore.
Oh no!
And I was like, no mom, no mom. And I sent her some video and she was like, oh, that's actually a good show.
And at first I was like, are you guys disappointed? And I'm like, well, how can we be? Look at how all these people love you so much, what you do. And then later, like about a year later, my mom passed away and my dad was really upset and was like, what are you doing with your life? And I was like, well, I thought that you were proud of me. I thought you weren't ashamed. He's like, well, what were we supposed to say?
Ouch.
Yeah.
First, I'm incredibly lucky, and I'm an endangered species. I know this, in that my parents have always been incredibly supportive. No matter what I do. One of my friends has a running joke, like, you could have a big sale for serial killers and your parents would be the first people up there buying cupcakes. And it's totally true.
They're like, oh, good for you, you have a hobby, you know. They don't come to, I mean, my parents live far away from me and I'm so old, I don't care what my parents think. I mean, my parents are elderly now and yeah, they know what they do. I do, you know. I was in dance class all through, you know, being a kid and it's not much different than that except it's in an adult environment. Because you're right, burlesque was a little like a recital, like a dance recital, isn't it?
When I was little, she was such a dire feminist in the 70s that she was like working on a women's encyclopedia with Gloria Steinem. So even though she'd been a showgirl, so, you know, since she'd been like a teenager, I have a few like old cool pictures of her from like her vaudeville burlesque days, and she likes it now. She loves it, but she always was kind of horrified of everything I did because I was the first kid and I was like the most extreme in the family. It was like punk rock.
Punk rock.
I mean, you know, it's like it was all like insane.
My parents are aware. They're very aware. I never really hid it. I've been fortunate that my parents have been very supportive. And I've always been the kid that just did whatever they wanted anyways. And honestly, during most of my life, I was pretty good. So I feel like burlesque was me actually proving that I kind of regressed a little bit in a way. But I feel like I've always done things that they can be proud of.